Hi everyone! In this demo, we'll use Apache Nifi to get pictures of cats and dogs from the Flickr API. We'll store half of these pictures in Hadoop HDFS and we'll produce the other half in the Kafka topic. Then we'll use a JupyterLab notebook to retrain a Tensorflow job that classifies pictures. Whenever we'll have our model ready, we'll push it in a new GitLab repository. Then we'll have our CI/CD pipeline running on Jenkins that will build a new Docker image based on this model. And finally, we'll start this application on Kubernetes, and we'll use two different features. One where we can upload a picture manually and it tells us if it's a cat or a dog, and the other option, which is to consume the pictures from the Kafka topic and classify them automatically. It's also important to note that all the communications between all of these different components are secured with Kerberos and TLS. We deployed a DCOS cluster on Amazon AWS. As you can see, the machines are deployed on different availability zones, and we used our service catalog to deploy the many different components we need for this demo, like HDFS, JupyterLab, and so on. So there is a script we use for that, and I just run it now. It takes 45 minutes to deploy everything, and then we can just use the different components. As you can see now, everything is deployed. We have different directories, subdirectories where we deploy the different components like GitLab, Jenkins, our JupyterLab notebook, and the different data services like HDFS, Kafka, and so on. And if we look at the different machines where DCOS is deployed, in one of them, for example, here we have a little bit of Nifi, Zookeeper, HDFS, and so on. We go to the Nifi UI. We start the workflow that will download the pictures and store them on HDFS and produce them on Kafka. Then we go on our JupyterLab notebook where we support multiple different languages, and we look at the number of pictures stored on HDFS. Whenever we have all of them, we go and prepare our GitLab repository, just create like a new public repository for the purpose of this demo. Then the next step is we have all the pictures we want. We push the first version of our code without the model to our GitLab repository. We go to Jenkins. We create a CI/CD pipeline there where we say we want to run it every minute with a cron tab like expression, and we tell Jenkins to look at the GitLab repository to find any new commits and execute the pipeline at that time. So we just validate that, and next step is to run our TensorFlow job that will retrain our model to classify pictures. Whenever we have it, we push that model to our GitLab repository, and we have this CI/CD pipeline running. This CI/CD pipeline will create a new Docker image and deploy it on Kubernetes. And as you can see now, the image is ready, so we can access our application and we can upload a picture of a cat, and our model should tell us that it recognizes that it's a cat, and we can sometimes have a little bit more fun with like these funny pictures and that confuse a little bit the model. And finally we can start to consume the Kafka topic and classify pictures that way. You can find all the scripts and all the instructions on GitHub. Thanks for watching the video.